shoulder. You got a vision. Jumping in the bed with 2 dark teeth, man. Who's you? Dripping my swag.
I like when birds come in. Sounds like I got seats in there. Hey, I'm on your turf again. This, that, you from the back of the. I got a girl, Brad. She go to battle. LED logo the tag. I go in back of the. They all from that. My diamonds, they all look at. This, that. I go to bed on bed. I got the beam on the flats. I got it in the back. Haters, they talk the chat. They step on the rock, don't man. I'm a cave back. 400K. I found out where you lay at. I got the lurking and they hate cats. Pockets stay fat. I got the from the block and they scamming, they know what banks at. I got the work on the avenue, they know what tanks at. I got the.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy. Alongside my good friend Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. We are honored to be here for the biggest spectacle in sports, the Super Bowl. Are you ready, partner?
I am more than ready, and I love the word you used. Honored, because it is an honor to be here. It's a privilege to be here. My excitement is just about to burst through the booth. I can't wait to do this.
Well, and sitting with both of these teams and talking in the meetings and media day and all the hoopla that goes into this, there was one common theme. They're ready to stop the talking and start playing football.
Yeah, they were probably ready a while ago. Now they can just focus on it. It's done. The only talking they have to worry about now is post-game, and they hope that they'll be talking as the winning team.
And we'll see. You know, both sides come in with a game plan to start. We'll see how the adjustments are made throughout, because there are always adjustments in this game.
I want to see if they come out conservative, trying to minimize errors, or if they have enough confidence to attack early and try and take advantage of the other team's nervousness. Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
He's going to look deep for Perriman. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. With a first touchdown of this Super Bowl, and a long one at that. And the Giants are going to take a first quarter lead. Santos with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. The return man is Hill. And an alley to run. The 40, 30, past the 20.
All right, let's give credit where credit is due. How about that return? Great blocking, great vision, all the way down to the 2-yard line. The only person who has to be upset, the guy who didn't get it into the end zone. That far and no reward.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to run now. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And they'll go on the ground. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Giants. A great play there. 38 yards. And the Giants are in for 6.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
The dangerous Hill now to return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 22. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Coleman across the 30 to the 31-yard line. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
Here's Coleman. And an alley to run. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Mayfield on 3rd and 2. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
And now out come the Giants. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. And on the ground they go with a running back. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Flushed out right. Philip Dorsett holds it in. He was a 1,000-yard receiver during the regular season, and that's his first catch of the Super Bowl, and he picks up the 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw here. And this one is incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you get a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down.
Detroit! Detroit! No. Check. Patriots! Patriots!
1st down, Mayfield. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Throwing, Mayfield, and the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Joey Bosa. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. 3rd and long for Mayfield. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. New York set to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And they work this out past the 25. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
They go play action here on first down. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain of 32 that time. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the taunts. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett. Well, earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to defend him. I think you used the term bottle him up at different levels. They've struggled to do that.
They certainly have, because when you see them approach, in order to bottle him up at different levels, that front line's got to take care of business. Otherwise, he starts to sift through.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back on Super Bowl Sunday after this. Now they'll run it on the taunts. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
But that certainly felt like an example of a defense just saying, okay, we've had enough. We've gotten mashed all night long. About time we got a good play in. But flip it over to the offensive side. They've got to be really upset that they allowed a play like that to happen. They were pitching such a great game, they want to keep it going.
And incomplete here on 3rd down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down. Forced out to his left. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. This is caught. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Philip Dorsett, 39 yards. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. And he'll bang that one through. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
The sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Now Mayfield. Going underneath, it's Coleman. Still fighting for more. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. First down now, but that clock rolling. Here's Coleman on the toss. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Mayfield looks to throw. Dumping it off for Johnson. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. As they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On third down, Mayfield. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. Mayfield. Over the middle, complete. It's Gordon. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Facing a fourth down, they come away with 18 yards and the first down conversion. A first down throw for Mayfield. Fighting to stay upright. Buying time to, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. As it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And he rifles it, complete, caught by Landry. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. And the kick by Gonzalez is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
So we've reached halftime here in Super Bowl 55 as we send you a stone's throw. So the halftime show of the Super Bowl abbreviated, ready to go for the second half. Both teams ready after the halftime spectacle, and we are back underway in Super Bowl 55. The return man is Hill. And what a return. Great field position all the way out to the 48-yard line.
For a quick second there, I thought we were about to have a repeat performance of a kickoff return for a touchdown. This guy's on fire today.
And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Make it now 3 tackles for a loss in this game, 1 for each quarter.
And for a guy who played defense in college, I can just tell you that he's feeling very satisfied right now by what he's doing. But he's elated because he knows what he's doing is helping his team win the game right now. Making some big-time plays, getting into the offense's backfield, and spilling everything.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
They'll toss it to Coleman. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Kevin Coleman, 27 yards. And the Browns move back within a couple of the lead. So they went to the ground game on 3rd, hoping to pick up the first. They also picked up a touchdown.
offensive linemen so used in this situation to having a pass block. All right, you're looking at what it is, third down. They don't care that it's third and whatever. They figure they're going to throw the ball. And when you call running play, I think you energize them. I think you juice them up because I haven't met offensive linemen yet that likes to pass block more than they like to run block. And they opened up some nice holes there for him, and he took it to the house.
Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the third quarter. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down.
Watch him now, Barney!
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's going to look deep for Perriman. He's got it at the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Rashawn Perriman, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Giants add on to their lead. And his kick is good. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. The dangerous Hill now to return. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And the Browns getting set to go. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Mayfield now on 2nd down. That is caught by the former Gator Antonio Callaway. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one goes for 24 yards. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Drops it off for Coleman. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Tevin Coleman, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Browns move back within a couple of the lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that will get him one closer. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That good for 22 and a first down. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big play there for the Giants. 48 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. A great effort there. His second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. And he puts it through. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. The return man is Hill. And a nifty return there as he's all the way up past the 40-yard line.
For a quick second there, I thought we were about to have a repeat performance of a kickoff return for a touchdown. This guy's on fire today.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Here's Mayfield. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. And they'll go ground game here to the tailback. And an alley to run. The 20, 10. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. A big play there with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Giants add on to their lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. The dangerous Hill now to return. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
A second down throw for Mayfield. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Alec Ogletree in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight. Mayfield to throw it. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Alec Ogletree bringing the pressure again, and that is his 3rd sack here tonight. Here's Britton Colquitt now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here's Dorsett. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Throw right side to Perriman, and it's caught. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. He got 29 yards that time. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at 2nd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. And they'll run it here. And he's going to bring this one down to right about the 20-yard line. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Back now here on EA Sports. He'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. Now a handoff here to his running back. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. Denzel Ward, the number 4 pick in the 2018 draft, making the tackle from his corner spot. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And not going to give them a lot of confidence to help turn things around. They will run again with Coleman. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
No, check, Patriot!
On third down, it's Coleman. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a fourth down. Desperation time. Mayfield on fourth down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The Browns unable to move the chains on fourth down. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. Now a handoff looking right. He's to the 10, and he will take it all in for a giant touchdown. A great play there with a record 4th Super Bowl touchdown tonight. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. It's caught inside the 10, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to give a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. Mayfield now. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Brought down that time by Christian Kirksey.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. Yeah, my music teacher back at New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagel, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now they'll run it on the toss. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Sliding out of the pocket. Over the middle, Dorsett. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. That'll put him over 150 yards receiving now. Quite a ball game and a first down. Now they'll run it on the taunts. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now they try the right side here. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Tackle made there by Jabril Peppers.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Time for a break. We're back to crown a champion after this. Now let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That's to his running back, complete. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. They come out here in the eye. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to bull his way into the end zone for a Giants touchdown. A great effort there. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Giants add on to their lead. Santos with the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. 2nd down, Mayfield. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Throwing, Mayfield. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much?
And now off to the races, down the right side. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Antonio Callaway, 45 yards. And the Browns get a score closer. Gonzalez to add the PAT. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that will shave one more off this lead. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. Here comes Philip Dorsett now to return it. Philip Dorsett by himself. 20.
All right, let's give credit where credit is due. How about that return? Great blocking, great vision, all the way down to the 2-yard line. The only person who has to be upset, the guy who didn't get it into the end zone. That far and no reward?
Now the point after try for Santos. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. After the made field goal, Santos back out there to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Kareem Martin in there to drop him the 7th time tonight. He's gone down. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. To throw, Mayfield. That's complete over the middle to Callaway. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. Now a handoff looking right. And down inside the 15 he goes.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
And the New York Football Giants are the toast of the National Football League. They are the Super Bowl champs. For the victors, getting to hoist that Lombardi trophy, you know, we've talked to guys that have done it, and they say there's no better feeling in sports.
I don't know how there can be. The journey to get to this game is incredible. And then to finally break through and win it when all eyes are on this game alone because there's nothing else going on, that's just got to be absolutely amazing. The task, incredible. But the accomplishment, forever.
And they are the Super Bowl champs. The Lombardi trophy is theirs, and so are bragging rights for an entire season. What a season it has been. Feels like we have been there every step of the way. Our entire crew doing a wonderful job. Thanks to my broadcast partner, Charles Davis. For all those guys, I'm Brandon Gaudin signing off. We'll talk to you next season right here on EA Sports.